hopefully, all in due time. That's what we're doing with the great work. Thank you for joining us on Puppetry Poetry for Truth, episode 17. I wanted to tell you about something interesting. My owner master was looking at a tree that we have in our backyard. It's a really nice tree. It's an oak tree, and we love it. We love it every time. I mean, it looks good even without leaves. It looks interesting, but we like it with leaves because we know that it's summertime and good times are coming up, and it always gives us hope to keep going through the passing seasons. And what was really interesting was my owner master was looking at that tree and thinking to herself and communicating with the Creator, and she wrote this poem that was inspired by that. So I'd like to hear it, and then I'm going to tell you something interesting that happened after that. It's called Come With Me. Come with me and see what could be. Have you ever wondered why the trees point to me? Oh, never mind. Hold on. Let me just read it one more time. I wrote the wrong word. It's called Come With Me. Come with me and see what could be. Have you ever wondered why the trees point toward me? The trees point toward me because they're not afraid. There's no fear or remorse for mistakes that they have made. Their connection to me is truly divine. Put all fear and remorse out of your mind, so you can come with me and see what could be. I have forgiven you. Have you forgiven me? Altogether at last, you are finally free. Now read this work aloud and call upon me, and when enough eyes have opened, we'll create what could be. We were created, we're unique. You're unique as a human. And the creators that made you were the sons of the Creator that knew, that's what they called him, the Sky King. That was what the Sumerians called him. That's where the Anunnaki word comes from, because they came from the sky and they created humans. And a lot of things happened that they didn't expect, and a lot of greed happened, and there's wicked sons that wished to torture humans and for kicks. It's pretty sickening. They are evil, and they have taken over things, and they're not going to tell you that you, as a human being with a good spirit, remember, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Be a peacemaker. Stop this stuff where, like, if I'm doing this or I join this group, I'm the superior race. It's not like that at all. It's negative energies trying to keep humans against one another. You got to come together against this force, and you have the power to do it. That's why we're doing what we're doing. This creature force that Kaigan was talking about, named Marduk or Amun, Marduk Ra Amun. He's a very rotten piece of trash, and he is behind a lot of malicious things that are happening in the world today. And including the absolute worst that's happening is the violation of children, which Ralph's been talking about, and that is the main reason why we need to do this. And we all need to get on the bandwagon and demand that these people and these pedophiles working with this evil thing stop the crap. I had some new stuff to talk about, but apparently I decided to talk about something different. Anyway, getting back to that evil piece of junk we're talking about. Together, you as human beings, as the children of God, the sons of God, can take this thing down. Yeshua came to teach you how to do it as an aggregate. And he displayed what happens when it's not done as an aggregate. So we need to stop the suffering of people who cannot help themselves, like children that are being molested by satanic villages who have the capability of murdering the police to try to stop it, and the nerve to even say, you want some more? It's disgusting and needs to stop. This is disgusting. And I just learned something else the other day. I know this is going to be rousing to talk about, but I have to mention it. On the interview last time, this Jay Parker was saying that a lot of the Satanists, as a joke, or this thing like the inside joke, a lot of them name towns with the ending TON, which is pretty scary. You know, there's a lot of tons in Vermont, Washington, Trenton, all these. It's Arlington, Binghamton, Burlington, Bennington. It's pretty scary when you think about how many tons there are. But that gives you an idea about how spread around they are, and how the children in their systems are suffering because they can't help themselves. And what the suffering is all about is the fear. They want to put fear in us so they can break us down. That's what they do to those children. And they break down their good spirit so the evil, negative forces can take over. And hopefully we can stop this. Jay Parker was also saying about how Organite was something good that can help to ward off the negative energy. And actually, if you really think, we were looking at Organite, reading about it, it was just like some people use resin with it, but I don't think it's a very good thing because that's not good for people to be inhaling to make resin. It's not. I think real genuine Organite is wood. I was reading about wood and like organic substance like wood and cotton with metal, which is incredibly interesting because organic substance leather. My owner master likes to do a lot of leather work and assembling metal and leather, like right over there. I don't know if you can see it. And picture frames too. It's metal and organic paper. And come to think of it, I'm also a piece of Organite because I have an internal skeleton made of hanger. So that's pretty neat. And my owner master realized that she's actually a piece of Organite herself because she has a bolt in her hip. And so metal and Organite, she is Organite. So I'm thinking that maybe that's why she's been a target. Sorry. But we have the way out, and we're gonna fight so we get our way out. I was gonna mention about that poem I just read. It was really interesting because after she wrote that poem, when she turned on the TV, there was a program about trees and how they're figuring out things about that are within trees that have the ability to potentially help people to figure out how to live forever. So it's really hard to talk about that because there's so much terrible things going on in the world. But we can fight our way through it because we know that we have the Most High on our side. So you really have to forgive yourself for everything and let go of your fear because we're working on it, and it's really amazing that we can bounce back so easily when we find out about this and how great it is and how important it is. It's amazing how people come out of this as light bringers, like Jay Parker. And he was talking about something really that gave us a lot of hope the other day. On the end of the other interview that he was talking about, he said that within the last 20 years, the sun used to be orange, but now orange yellow. Now it's more white and bright. And he said they can spray all the chemtrails they want, but they cannot stop it. Cannot stop our free will choice to do good and to help. Look at that, the sun just came through the clouds. See, I told you, the more you get into this, the more you're going to see things that you would think that you couldn't believe it, but they're real. So, if you see those things, don't be afraid, because it's getting better, and I think a lot more people are waking up. And I'll leave you with this poem that was also written after the one I just read. It's called Forgive Yourself. I know you can't believe it now, and in your mind you're asking how. Let me show you, and don't be afraid. Feel the fear you've been told beginning to fade. By forgiving ourselves for mistakes that we've made, we shut the door on the past, making all darkness fade. So, remember, keep fighting. You are important, and you are part of this spiritual war they've unleashed on everyone. And the war is to crush your spirit and make you think that you can't get through it, but you know what? You really can. They will use fear to crush you and bring you down, but you gotta let go of the fear. You can't let it bother you. You're better than that. You're over that. You're better than this system, than their system. It will be passing away soon. And I hope that you know that we're going to do this together, no matter what. And don't be afraid. Don't be nervous if you sound crazy. But don't let fear overtake you, because that will make you go crazy and will bring you down. You got to fight that fear. Continue to do what you're doing, and keep doing good things to help others, and keep spreading the truth whenever you can. I'll end with one more poem. So, okay, it's called Together We Can. Hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure that's what it's called. No, I think it's, hold on a second. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot find it here. It's a very small and great poem to remember. Ah, here it is. Yep, it's called Eternal Family. We will take them down together, because together we are one. Eternal friends without an end, a father and his sons. We can do this. Every positive spirit is him making contact with you. Don't let anybody crush your hope, because we will win. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next week. Victory!